Yes?
Yes, hello. I must speak with Mr. Merrick. It's urgent.
He's busy at the moment.
Oh, it's all right. I won't take long. Mr. Merrick, hello. I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is important.
Well, Angelique, you remember Miss Kane?
Yes, of course she does. How nice it is to see you again.
We were just enjoying the peace and quiet.
Yes, I can see. I am very sorry to intrude, but it really is important that we speak. I can wait a few minutes.
Well, that won't be necessary. It's time for Angelique's therapy. Deidre?
Yes.
We'll take our walk when you've finished.
Well, Angelique seems to be flourishing under your care.
You didn't come here to inquire after Angelique's health.
Well, certainly I'm interested.
Just get to the point.
Forgive me for trying to be polite. I forgot with whom I am dealing. The point is that Palmer Cortland has purchased the necessary shares to put us in the majority. Therefore, you will never be able to take over Enchantment. All your efforts have been in vain. Check and mate. Oh, what a dreadful blow this must be to you, Mr. Merrick. I certainly didn't want you to hear it from some slick-talking reporter.
Oh, well, that's very thoughtful of you, Erica.
Well, my goodness, you wasted so much of your time and your money.
Well, no, I enjoyed it.
Yes, I suppose you did, didn't you? Tormenting me through Adam. Oh, that was very clever.
If I recall, it was your husband who suggested I buy Enchantment stock.
Oh, and you did, with a vengeance.
No, the vengeance came after you insulted Natalie and me.
Oh, whatever. The bottom line is, beating you has never tasted better.
Well, aren't you forgetting one small hitch? I happen to own a large percentage of Enchantment stock.
Well, sell. The price has never been higher.
I think that you have misunderstood me, Erica. You see, I have no intention of selling the stock. In fact, I'm using it to vote myself on to the board of directors. So you see, I'm not done. Not by a long shot.
What's coming to him, do you? You always manage to grease the right palms, don't you?
Mr. Merrick?
Well, I see the meeting started without me.
Why don't we all take our seats?
Why don't you and I go outside?
Why don't you calm down, try to remember what species you belong to?
I am ready to call this meeting to order.
I have a suggestion. What with the Will Cortland situation and attendant family problems, I think the three of you are under a great deal of pressure.
That's a brilliant observation, Dimitri.
Be that as it may, and of course, with the best interests of Enchantment, I thought I would like to offer to take over, maybe run things here until this mess is settled.
Oh, Mr. Merrick, what a sweet suggestion. Your chances of taking over Enchantment are non-existent. So why don't you take your sweet suggestion and sit on it? I hereby call this meeting to order.
Okay, let's go and get this over with.
Thank you for being here with me, Grace.
Gloria, you are not going through this mess alone.
Thank you. I'll get it, Deidre. I got it. Jack.
Hi, I wonder if I could come in and have a bit of a talk.
Mr. Merrick, you're clearly trading on these men's personal problems to try to push your way to the top of Enchantment. Well, it won't work.
I am simply offering my services to protect my investment, Erica. With the money I have in this company, I don't want to stand by and watch it self-destruct.
Self-destruct? No, that's impossible.
Your services are not required at this time, Mr. Merrick.
Well, we will see, won't we, Mr. Cortland?
Hello.
Hi, Adam, it's Arlene. I'm here at McKay's with Haley. We'll just get...
Well, we can take care of this on our own without any help from you.
Adam, just listen to me for just a moment. Your wife once informed me, and rather forcefully, as I recall, that I had no one to love or to be loved by, to fill my life. Now, I don't have any children, and my relationship with my parents, well, they were rather formidable. We had a sense of family loyalty and pride. There was very little warmth. What you have, passionate feelings for your families, the determination to defend them at all costs. Well, I think that is what matters in life, and I would consider it an honor if I could assist.
You're very kind.
But as you said yourself, this is a family emergency. I'm not sure we should include business associates.
Unless we hit a snag.
There's no time to wait.
We better get to the bank.
Yeah, are you sure you can scrape this together?
Of course we can. I'll go by the bank, transfer some funds, and then we'll deal with my nephew.
At Will's apartment?
If that's where we find him.
Okay, well, then I will stall Haley while you two men conduct your business with Will. Good luck.
We'll need all the luck we can get. Thank you, Eric.
You are despicable. He is no better than Will.
Okay, all right, I'll be on the sideline.
Look, what is your problem?
Oh, I'll tell you what my problem is. My problem is you emotional vampire. I mean, your sickening, soppy story about family being all that matters. I almost gagged.
Oh, I happen to have meant that.
Oh, no, you are empty. What you did is you took our concerns and our fears and you suddenly turned them into your deepest feelings. Well, that is disgusting. That is grandstanding is what that is.
Oh, I meant every word that I said.
Oh, please, Mr. Merrick, spare me your nobility. You're fake, Mr. Merrick. You were putting on a little show. You were plucking at our heartstrings for one reason only.
To be of help.
No, to sway Adam and Palmer into thinking you were a human being, which I know you are not.
Now, my offer that I made had no strings attached whatsoever.
Oh, please, I am not a fool.
No, you're not a fool. A fool couldn't have built an empire like this. But you know, from what I've read of your track record, it would behoove you to be very careful about tossing the first stone.
Oh, no. When that stone is aimed at you, I will just take time to aim very carefully.
Maybe someday you might view me as a human being, not a power monger. But perhaps power mongers are more your taste.
Excuse me, Opal. I'm in a hurry. I have to catch Haley before she leaves McKay.
Okay, honey. Catch you later.
New product or it? Yeah, look, whatever. But they need more color, more life. The yellow's too sallow. The purple is that...
Explain yourself.
Well, I was just commenting that the wrinkle cream campaign needs more
You were
life.
talking to Sid
No, Lou, in the art department.
on my phone, at my desk, in my office. You were talking to my art director? On whose authority?
Well, as a member of the board of directors...
This is not a board meeting.
With a great deal of experience.
I am the CEO of Enchantment.
I'm not trying to question your authority.
Oh, no,
Erica.
of course you're not. You're about as subtle as Attila the Hun. Well, let me tell you something. You will not infiltrate my company any more than you stole it. And if you try anything else funny ever again, Mr. Merrick, you'll be sorry.
My daughter is in no condition to be interrogated, Officer Reed.
You can't take it. She's a victim, not a suspect.
We'll attack her, remember?
Well, that's apparent, but sometimes abused women fight back.
Damn right. And Haley is one of those. But this time she used her brains, not a cross.
Oh, Erica. But as a greedy investor, I intend to keep a sharp eye on my venture.
No, it is not just greed. It is punishment. Payback. Because your very large male ego took such a beating on Wall Street, thanks to me.
Oh, well, right now, I don't think I'm the one with the large ego.
May I make a suggestion? Since you are such a concerned investor with such little faith in my management methods, why don't you sell your stock? Find another little venture to toy with and get out of my business and get out of my life.
Well, that's a charming suggestion. But, as you know, the price of Enchantment stock has corrected itself to a little more than the pre-takeover attempt price, which means if I sold out now, I would absolutely lose my shirt.
Whose fault is that? Certainly not mine. I continue to do the same superb job I have always done. My investors' money is safe in my hands.
Oh, yes, because you created a company by the sheer force of your will. You took a dream and hard work, and you built an empire.
Oh, you may sneer at my capitalist work ethic if you choose, Mr. Merrick. Not all of us are lucky enough to inherit great wealth. Some of us have to make a place for ourselves in this world on our own, and we fight to stay there. So I'm warning you very nicely, Mr. Merrick. If you get in my way, I'll mow you down.
Oh, I do believe you could. I guess time will tell.
Excuse me. Yes, Rose? Who? Oh, I see. Yes, well, of course, then send her right in. I'm sure you've met Rose, my new secretary.
Well, yes, I hired Joan as mine.
Joan, the traitor. You're welcome to us. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Hello, Dimitri.
Hello, Mimi. Rose, I just want to say once again how gorgeous you look.
That'll be all right. Yes, Miss King. If I'm interrupting something, I can wait. Oh, no, of course not. I'm finished with Mr. Merrick. Our conversation is over.
Excuse me, Mimi. Is this about Will Cortland's murder?
Well, there are a few more questions I'd like to ask Erica, if you don't mind.
I see. One moment. I suggest you call your lawyer.
I beg your pardon.
You are involved in a criminal felony. I mean, she's conducting an official police investigation. Isn't that right, Mimi?
Correct.
Well, people don't, make official statements to the police without having a lawyer present.
People like you with things to hide don't. But people like me with a clear conscience and a pure heart. Ask away, Mimi. Ask me any questions you have, please. Thank you. Once again, goodbye, Mr. Mack.
Well, before I go, do you think I could get a copy of the 1991 budget papers from Rose? Assuming, of course, that you don't mind that a member of the board of directors might study the financial overview from Enchantment?
No, I certainly don't mind. You find the papers in perfect order, and Rose will be happy to take care of you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mimi.
So long. Miss Kane?
Yes, hello, Sabrina. I'm here to see Mr. Merrick.
If you'll wait, I'll go and see if he's...
Oh, don't bother. I'll find him myself.
Angelique.
I'll get Mr. Merrick.
Yes, you do that. I'll stay here. I'll speak with Mrs. Merrick. There's something I absolutely must tell her. I'm Erica Kane. You remember me?
Yes, I remember.
Well, it's so wonderful to see you again, Angelique. My goodness, and looking so well.
Thanks.
Erica, what do you think you're doing here?
I've been meaning to apologize to you for my very poor manners the day after the ball. Barging in on you in your room, unannounced, was just thoughtless and rude. My only excuse for my poor behavior is that I was under a great deal of pressure at that time. You see, my company was being threatened by a hostile takeover. I assure you that is not my normal way of behaving, and I will never again intrude on you. Can you ever forgive me?
Yes.
Well, that is so kind of you. Thank you.
If you're through.
Yes, I am.
Well, I was just about to take Angelique back to her room.
Of course.
Are you ready? All right, I got you. That's good. Oh, that was wonderful. Sabrina will take you up, and I'll be in to see you later.
Good night. Well, as you heard, I stopped by to apologize to Angelique, and also I wanted to say to you, I don't expect you to do this TV thing.
What TV thing?
Well, Market Street Week. They didn't call you?
I know nothing about it.
Well, that's strange. I mean, the producer called, and he asked if you and I would be guests.
You and I?
I just assumed that they had called you by now.
No, he hasn't. What is this all about?
Well, they must be desperate. What can I say? It seems that Roger Brown saw the Dee Dee Dunstan interview and thought that you and I had some kind of chemistry and just felt that we would make a good segment.
Really? I'm surprised.
Yes, so was I. But please don't worry. I mean, I assured them that a joint appearance was highly unlikely, and since you haven't heard from them, I guess they took my word for it, and so I'll see myself out.
Erica, well, wait a minute.
I'm very glad the investigation went in your favor.
Yes, so am I.
But you know, honey, it's...
For advertising enchantment. Roger Brown's an influential journalist with a huge following. Why did you turn them down?
I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think... No. I merely told them that they needn't bother you, that I could handle this alone.
I see. But that's not what they wanted.
No, but
Don't you think it would be in the company's best interest if we honored their agreement and appeared together?
Well,
I mean, Erica, we are in a very rough economic period. An opportunity like this to promote enchantment, that doesn't come along every day.
No, I realize that. What I mean is that if you wouldn't mind sharing the spotlight with me.
Well, I think that I could handle that.
Oh, it certainly would show some solidarity in our company, I suppose. That has been lacking of late.
Well, then it's settled. Give me the producer's name and number, and I'll call him right now.
Oh, no. Let me do that. I've been speaking to him anyhow. I have some questions I need to ask him.
Well, that's good. Well, just tell me when and where.
I must say, you are a constant source of amazement. Yes. You have my fax number at Linden, don't you? Yes, that's correct. Well, that's great, Mr. Soderbergh. Then I'll be receiving the information later today. Great. Yes, we are too. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, we're all set. They're going to be sending the schedule and also the outline of the grounds they would like to cover, and I should have all the material in my hands in about an hour.
Oh, that's good. Did I hear you say you're living at Linden?
Yes, Adam and I have separated.
Ah. Should I be sorry?
Don't bother. I am sure that it's best for both of us. So, as soon as I have the material, I will make copies and have it messengered over to you.
Well, I have fax machines, Erica.
Oh, of course you do. Well, then I'll simply, unless...
What?
Well, it was just a thought. Never mind. What is your fax number?
Tell me what you were going to say.
Well, it was just an idea. I just thought that perhaps if you came to my place for dinner, we could just review the material and discuss the interview and make an idea of how we would like to present ourselves and enchantment, form a strategy.
A dinner. You and I.
Well, just a civilized business dinner. Bad idea.
No, on the contrary. I think it's an excellent idea.
Well, wonderful. What time may I expect you?
7 o'clock?
All right. I'll expect you at 7. Good night, then, Dimitri.
Good night, Erica.
Dimitri. Wow. Oh, Miss Kane, talk about looking marvelous.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It's new.
If you weren't a married woman, I'd say that you had a new man in your life.
No, Carl. This is strictly a business dinner. Mr. Marek is merely a business colleague.
Well, if he can concentrate on business, if you looking like that, well, good luck.
Well, the bait's in place and the trap is set. All I need now is the rat.
Right on time.
Oh, Carl, wait. Don't open until I tell you. Go.
Get there. Good evening.
Oh, good evening. I'm Dimitri Merritt.
Miss Kane is expecting you. Please come in.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Dimitri, good evening. My goodness, you are just punctual to the minute, aren't you?
Well, I always try. You look stunning, Erica.
Well, thank you.
In fact, I can't imagine a more glamorous advertisement for enchantment.
Would you propose a toast?
To what?
Oh, well, let's see. To a productive evening, to continued prosperity for Enchantment, and to a more harmonious relationship between you and me.
That was nicely put.
Oh, my goodness, I almost forgot to. Thank you. These flowers are gorgeous. The flowers you sent. You know, they arrived just before you did.
Well, they were a peace offering in response to your call for a ceasefire.
Dimitri, I hope you understand exactly why I'm doing all this.
Since we seem to be stuck together, I think we should bury the hatchet.
That's it exactly. Absolutely true. I mean, after all, we both have a vested interest in Enchantment's success. You as a major shareholder and me as founder, CEO, and driving force. It only makes great business sense that we should work together.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, that's wonderful. Good. In that spirit, I have the preliminary profit figures for the first quarter, if you would like to see them.
I would like that very much.
All right.
Thank you. It's very impressive.
Higher volume, higher profit margin, much higher net.
In today's market, quite remarkable.
Well, if you'll notice, the mall boutiques are the major contributors.
So I see.
Well, thank heavens I ignored Adam on that.
How's that?
Oh, Adam was totally opposed to the mall expansion.
Well, it seems a natural diversification for Enchantment.
Yes, it really does, but Adam is just a man with no vision. You know, Adam was afraid. He was afraid it would be risky. He thought that malls were too downscale. I always knew that we could just carry this whole thing off with the customary Enchantment flair, and we did.
Yes, you did, with a rather hefty return.
Exactly. Well, my instincts are almost always right.
And Adams?
Oh, well, Adam. As a businessman, I just feel that he's lost it.
What are your instincts about this evening?
Well, so far, so good.
Excuse me, Miss Kane. Dinner will be ready shortly.
Well, thank you, Carl.
Isn't everything all right here?
Yes, it couldn't be better.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that you would be here.
Dinner was delicious.
Thank you.
Why don't you go now, Carl? Why don't you take the rest of the evening off?
Oh, if you're sure that...
Oh, yes, I don't need you anymore. You can come back in the morning. Good night.
Thanks, Miss Kane.
Yes.
I'll say good night then.
Good night.
Good night. Well, you didn't tell me that they wanted us to tape tomorrow.
No, that was a surprise to me, too. Is that a problem for you?
Well, I suppose I could rearrange my schedule.
Well, we'll have to leave at some ungodly hour of the morning to get to New York in time.
Oh, that's all right with me. I'm an early riser.
Oh, I see. Well, I thought it might perhaps be a problem for you because I know how much time you devote to your wife, Angelique. Excuse me, Dimitri, I really am not trying to pry into your private life.
Erica, I'm away on business often. Gloria Marsh is an excellent nurse, and as Helga, Angelique is in very capable hands.
Well, good. Dimitri, I really must apologize to you for some rather unkind things I said to you a while back. I accused you of being heartless and inhuman. Well, I realize now that you cared very much for Natalie, and losing her must have been very painful. And I also know how very difficult this situation with your wife must be.
Let's say I'm handling it, Erica.
Well, I just wanted to say that I am very sorry for saying those things.
Apology accepted. Now, in regards to the interview, is there anything in particular that you would like me to cover?
Well, I'm sure that Roger's going to ask you about your membership on the board. Excuse me, I don't know who that is. Adam, what? Is Haley all right?
Oh, no, she's holding up quite well. Actually, I'm here to talk about us.
Oh, there is no us, Adam.
Erica, you're still my wife.
Well, not willingly and not for long. Now, please, I'm very busy and I'm very tired.
Judging from that getup, I'd say more busy than tired.
Well, now I'm very annoyed.
And I intend to find out why.
Adam.
Eric.
Oh, madam.
Well, Erica, what have I interrupted?
I think it's pretty rotten.
Adam, I did not invite you. Now, will you please leave? Dimitri, excuse me for the interruption.
Oh, it's Dimitri now, is it? It's no longer the mad Russian or the bearded bully.
Get out.
Only when I put this cozy scene in context for Dimitri. I threatened to vote my enchantment shares with you in order to oust Erica as CEO. She probably didn't mention that, did she?
Ah, well, now I know why she left you.
I only did it because we had a slight domestic squabble.
I dumped you, and I'm never coming back. He calls that flight.
Erica, you'll be back. I know you too well. I know every beautiful, maddening, manipulative inch of you, my dear. You're just trying to beat me at my own game, and it's not working. I don't know what she told you this evening, but don't believe a word of it.
Oh, really? Who should he believe, Adam? You?
Well, he'd better if he wants to get out of this with his manhood intact. This woman loathes you, Eric. And when she's finished using you, she'll turn on you just like that.
Oh, I think I can take care of myself, Adam, but I would really like to thank you for the warning.
I'm calling the police.
Don't bother. I'm leaving. Watch your back.
Sorry. Please excuse that interruption. Maybe you can understand now why I left him. I mean, Adam is just... He's coming unhinged.
Oh, maybe. Or maybe he's telling the truth.
You believed.
I didn't say that.
You know, if two male executives were making peace over dinner for the good of their company, what do you think people would say? Well, they would be lauded for their corporate statesmanship. But take a woman in top management and put her in the same scenario, especially if she's an attractive woman. And right away, she's a seductress, just working her wiles. Well, let me just tell you something for your edification. I have had to fight Adam Chandler tooth and nail every step of the way to make sure that my company was run my way, the successful way. And now just because I would like out of that dismal, loveless marriage, Adam is trying to undercut me every step of the way. So, if you would like to believe his very warped characterization of this evening, you go right ahead. I must say I'm very surprised to find that you and Adam are cut from the same old boy cloth, but better to find out the truth early on, I always say. Well, so go ahead, so leave.
Well, who said I wanted to leave?
So anyway, it was my mother's ward.
Management. I am not a member of the old boy club, nor do I wish to be. And I would like to apologize if I in any way suggested that you had an ulterior motive.
I would like to apologize to you, too, for losing my temper.
Well, you shouldn't let Adam get to you like that.
Oh, no, I shouldn't, but I can't help it. Dimitri, he forced me into that marriage. And believe me, I have been trying for a very long time to extricate myself from that marriage, but for some reason, Adam will not give me my freedom.
Well, he still might love you.
Oh, no, he doesn't love me. Adam is just... Well, forgive me again. I mean, the last thing you need to hear is my problem.
No, please. Maybe I can help.
Dining with a woman.
Well, Adam, it sounds like you drove her.
Forgive me. Look, the last thing in the world you need to hear are my problems.
No. Please. Maybe I could help. Are you amused?
A little.
Why? Is it funny that I might like to help? Or is it just that you're skeptical?
Cautious is closer to it. I've learned to be cautious every time a cannibal suggests dinner.
Oh, Is that an intentional insult?
No, no, no. It's not an insult. Please, it wasn't meant to be an insult at all. It's just that I guess some of the more hellish experiences in my life have taken place just after a man has offered to help me.
Are you sure the problem was the offer?
Oh, let me guess. It was always the wrong man, every time.
Maybe you fended the man off every time. You know, I bet that you're incapable of accepting help. I mean, from a man, a woman, even an archangel if one happened to appear.
Well, that's a preposterous idea and wrong.
You see, in order to accept help, you have to be able to trust in someone else's competence. And I doubt if you can do that, even if your life depended on it. That's why you demand complete control.
Well, now, whatever gave you that idea?
I understand you, Erica. You're just like me.